New Incubus today, if you like these guys.
This is Incubus?
Yeah, New Incubus. But 5 years ago, they put out an EP called Trustfall. And this one is called Trustfall Side B. This one's called Comeback Karma. Karma Comeback. Yeah, so 5 songs if you like Incubus. They're still saying that they're going to go on tour later this year. The thing, they're doing like a co-headlining thing with 311 that's supposed to start in July. And they haven't postponed them yet. I think that's wildly optimistic, but they're still selling tickets for it. They celebrated the 20th anniversary of Make Yourself, which
I mean, they might
will make yourself feel old.
They might be onto something, too, because so many concerts have been delayed, postponed, canceled, where they are going to be able to put on these shows in July. They're going to sell tons of tickets because people are just going to want to get out.
Yeah, but you're never going to be able to have that many people next to each other for a show. Just those concerts are not anywhere close to being possible.
But hold on, what if, since it's the summertime, they only do outdoor venues? Places like Blossom.
No, I know that. I'm saying you'll never get... I mean, that one doctor was like, we're not going to see concerts until next fall, 2021. Now, he doesn't know.
Social distance?
He doesn't have a social... Right. But again, these concerts, you'd have to sell a fraction of the tickets.
Yeah.
Which may be better than nothing. But you're not going to have a full lawn at Blossom anytime this year. I feel like that's not a controversial opinion.
No,
I feel like that's,
they want that, though, so they're holding out hope, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey, Alan.
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing?
Good.
Hey, hi, Mary. Hi, Bill.
Hey.
Hi, Poundcake. Thanks the show.
Thank you.
So I've been listening I started listening to you guys in like October, November. I'm a driver for AutoZone.
Okay.
And I just want to say, first of all, that you guys have just been like, just the best kind of soundtrack for an afternoon that somebody could really have.
Well, thank you.
It's kind of like I depend on you guys. It's always fun listening to you guys. And Alan, like, I have a boyfriend, and I know, no disrespect to Gwen, but like when you start him with that vernacular, spectacular, like the vocabulary, like you have such a great, like you've heard of Will Smith, right?
I've heard of Will Smith.
Yeah, have you?
Sure. The Fresh Prince?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're a wordsmith.
Oh, I see what you was doing there. Well, now you're getting jiggy with me, Stephanie. Okay.
It wasn't my best.
It's all right. It's okay. Well, I am allegedly a professional communicator, and as I understand it, it would behoove me to have more than a few syllables at my disposal.
Doesn't always happen, though. Believe me.
Say behoove again.
Behoove.
So my question for you guys is that since I've been listening to you, I've never seen you guys.
You're better off.
I was telling, not at all. I was telling Poundcake I'm kind of 87 about it. I'm like, I listen to them on my radio program, and I've never seen you. Somebody shared Bill's status the other day, so I saw a little tiny thing, and I was like, oh no. Because I was not seeing you guys, I tend to lend a sense of occasion to things that don't really need it. So since I've gone this long without seeing you guys, I kind of like want to make it special.
I would. There's nothing. There's no benefit to. There's nothing to benefit by seeing us.
Really? Okay.
I mean, really.
I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree.
Bill, go take it away.
I disagree. I think seeing us helps put our personalities into focus.
It doesn't.
I
Nevertheless,
it absolutely does.
How does seeing us have anything to do with our personalities?
Because then you know...
It's not personality-wise. I think it's like, since you said that you have all the shows on YouTube, I would love to just go like on a binge-watching spree.
They're there.
They're all there for you.
And that's the main thing.
Do you have like a recommendation of like the first one I should crack open? How long have you guys been together? Like Bill, Mary, Poundcake, and Alan as a crew?
Well, I just celebrated my 10th anniversary here in December. Bill's been on for
7 years.
7 years. Mary's been on for a year.
I just joined.
Poundcake's been on for maybe 4.
I'll be 5 in September.
Yeah.
I'll be 5 years old in September.
But let me say this to you, Stephanie. The other side of the coin is, I feel pretty confident that the show will remain as is. That will be just fine. Also, never having seen you.
I disagree again.
You think that seeing Stephanie would put her personality more in focus?
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
I think more than anything, you would be like, who is this fireball, this this funny comedian, just so full of fire, and then you see me, and it's like, and she's a model too.
Yeah, that's exactly
Like-
what would happen, and we don't want to get thrown off.
Inflame
that
all
way.
our senses. Don't.
Engulf.
We don't want to just hear you. We want to see you. We want to smell you. Poundcake especially.
We want to be immersed in Stephanie, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I might do like an unboxing. I might just even call you guys after I do. How about, would you know the date of what was Poundcake's first show? Like Earth, Air, Water, Fire, all you guys united for the first time.
My very first show was.
n-
My very first show officially on the show would be September 2015.
Yeah,
but
because he
I
was
interned before
he was
that.
an intern before I put him on the show full time. I would say, I'll tell you what you should do. Who cares about who started when? You should be checking out on a formal Friday.
We look the best on Friday.
We look
Oh
if
my
you
gosh, you guys probably look so great.
if you of course if you want to imprint a visual image on the show, you should be checking out today's broadcast on YouTube for the formal Friday.
Yeah, I'm wearing a big
Yeah,
sweater
why
because I'm
not?
overweight right
like
now.
a sense of occasion. I was the first time caller, and why not today be the first show?
That's
There you go.
the occasion you're looking for.
There you go. You start fresh.
I don't want her to be disappointed.
Well, listen, like I said, you guys, honestly, you're the best soundtrack somebody could have. Like, just your viewpoints. It's funny, the movies, just everything. Like, I just feel like I'm talking to friends, although we're not, as Alan would probably correct me. But you guys just have that way
Well,
of
Stephanie-
making people feel like you've been friends forever. So
Well,
I
that's
appreciate you guys so
that's
much.
ostensibly what all this is.
Stephanie-
So thank you for listening, Stephanie.
I do have a question for you, though.
Yeah.
What do you think we look like?
I was hoping that you would ask that. So here it goes. So Mary is like a combination of like every like hot chick I've ever saw in high school.
So
Nailed
you're
it.
starting off wrong.
Nailed it.
Kidding.
I think so. See, she sounds very like 5'8", 5'9" to me, but she says it's just like,
I wish.
Yeah, but if you combine every hot girl you knew, you're going to get some weird permutation that might not in some be hot. You don't want to do that either. You want to take
I
select
think
hot
she
girls.
means the generalization
Oh.
of like
Use
yeah,
use
just
celebrities.
Like sort of an amalgamation.
Can you use can you use actors to cast us? Like who would you cast as Mary?
Sure. Mary, I would probably say, Carla Gugino.
Oh, she's foxy.
the. I don't know who that
Oh
is.
my
She's
but
in
I'm
Sin
gonna look-
City
I'm gonna
and
look.
Karen Cisco. Gerald's Game.
One of Alan
Yeah.
Baker's favorite movies.
Son-in-law. Yeah.
I would say a short Ashley
Oh,
Green.
I like that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, short
super.
Bella Thorne.
With Bill, I was listening around the time that he got the bowl cut, so I imagined he was sort of like an It's Pat when you guys were talking about that. But I honestly think that he's a bit of Michael Imperioli, but beefier
Oh, okay.
Michael Imperial.
From The Sopranos.
from The Sopranos.
Yeah, right.
Still don't know who
He
that
was
Okay.
Christopher Moltisanti on The Sopranos.
Right, yeah.
Oh, Chris?
Yeah.
I mean, with Poundcake, I feel like every just beautiful black man that I have ever seen. Although when you mentioned the other day that he had a receding hairline and you mentioned George Jefferson, I then saw this like really tall kind of erudite model type of a guy with George Jefferson's hairline. So
Okay.
Okay.
Poundcake really is
Yeah.
he really is our RuPaul here on the show. If that's what you're going
I'm
for.
right.
My
yes.
hair is not that far back, and with my hair the way it is now, it's grown out a bit. You can't tell that I have a receding hairline, but if I get it cut, you
Right.
can tell. I'm not that bad
And
yet.
then with Alan, I want to say the name right so bad, but I have a thinner, obviously, but a thinner version of Tom Savini. He played Sex Machine and from
Oh
Dusk Till
God,
Dawn.
Tom Savini.
Yeah, and I know that's very drastic, but you've mentioned like long black hair and facial hair and everything like that. So not so much, the guy that would.
Yeah, I haven't had long hair.
Sort of.
I haven't had long hair for a long time. We'll see how it goes in quarantine, but it's not going to be jet black. Listen,
no.
Kurt
Kurt Russell's a better.
Russell is the one that I get a lot. I'm still not sure about that one, but that is the one, strangely, that I get a lot. I also, oddly enough, a lot get Idris Elba, and I'm not
can
sure
see
why.
it. I can
yeah,
see it. It's the
not
accent.
It probably is.
Jaimon
Yeah.
Hansu, maybe even too.
Jaimon
Like, I feel like you have
Hansu,
that
that's
sort of a vibe.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Well, guys, thank you so much for talking to me today. I can't wait to see you. Not to sound like
Yeah.
a creeper girl by the punch bowl, but
Check us out and then call us back. Can you call us back and let us know once you like maybe Monday what you thought?
We're gonna
I
need you to.
definitely will.
We're gonna need you to rank your disappointment per person.
Yeah, I want to know.
I'm going to rank the disappointment. I'm going to rank the mannerisms, and I'm going to do a bit of a psychoanalysis based on everybody's mannerisms.
Fantastic.
Love it.
Fantastic. Do a deep dive, Stephanie.
Rock on. All right, you guys take care and be safe, okay?
Thank you. You too. There's Stephanie, who's
Like her.
out there. Like her a lot. She's out there driving for AutoZone.
Right. Why are you driving for AutoZone when you're going to do a psychoanalysis?
But there's still
You
people
missed
out there.
Colin.
There's still people out there that haven't seen us.
Well, there are plenty of
lot.
psychos in here
Yeah.
for her to analyze.
Wow.
So
I mean, I feel like sometimes wouldn't you just want to be? Wouldn't you be curious and just Google? You can Google.
There's some people
either
they
one of
like.
us.
They
like the
us-
anonymity of it.
They like us to just be voices.
Wow.
yeah, I would prefer that. I'm an old guy. I've been doing this a long time, and it's only over the past
I like to
15 years that we've been.
Yeah.
This has been a visual medium.
I like to
I
know
like
who's
it.
talking.
I was kind of
like to see
disappointed.
who's talking.
I was kind of disappointed when I looked up Elvis Duran because his voice is so hot. It was deep. I was like, oh my gosh, he's a daddy. And then I'm like, this dude's shorter than me.
Well, but he lost a lot of weight.
Do you know
that
who
helps.
that reaction for me was? Simon Marcel, the guy who does nights. He's like he has like a relationship talk show on one of the stations.
I don't know.
Oh, the French guy.
The French guy,
yeah.
because the way
Yeah,
that he
I've
talked
heard him.
and the way
The
that
love
he
line.
would describe like love and romance, I'm like, oh my god, this man's beautiful. And I looked him up, I was like, what? Like, that's not the
He
same.
looks French. I mean, we were on in Chicago at the same time.
I pictured like this, like tall, like handsome,
He is tall.
flowing hair, like I don't know, like romance sex machine, and that was not what it was.
Right.
Which he might be, just doesn't look like it.
Listen, that's where it can really kick you in the ass, because then as soon as you see someone, it's like when people complain about a book they love being turned into a movie.
Yeah.
They go, well, now I got to see that person where I have my own picture.
Mm-hmm.
What do you get the most when people finally see you? What do they say? Because they
Who?
never know what I'm going to look like. They
always
almost
tell me I'm
get
short.
it wrong.
Whenever people see me, they're like, you're a lot shorter than I thought you were going to be.
I do get Kurt Russell a lot.
Yeah?
You
And
get Kurt Russell a
I
lot.
don't know why. I mean, I have a vague idea. But
It's mostly the hair, I think.
maybe, but I still don't know if it's a compliment or an insult.
Kurt
because
Russell's a great looking guy.
But
I
he's
think it's-
considerably older than I am.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
and-
people don't think of him in this moment. They're thinking of the Kurt Russell they know, which is probably a movie from the 80s or 90s.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
people.
not an insult. Kurt Russell's a good looking guy.
Speaking of Kurt Russell and movies, a criminally underrated movie,
Yes.
Breakdown. You ever see Breakdown, where Kurt Russell and his wife, they break down, and she goes off with a trucker to get help?
I never saw that.
Oh my God, it's probably mid-90s, late 90s. It's called Breakdown. Unbelievably underrated Kurt Russell movie.
People always assume I'm smaller and more like of a hipster.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I get that from time to time.
Why did they think that?
I don't know. They think because I don't just things that I've said.
Yeah.
They've painted me in this certain light, and then they're like, "Oh, you're just like real regular dude, and you're taller than I thought."
I'm shorter. And a lot of people, too, because I wear heels usually for shows and things. If people catch me at like an open mic and I'm just in Chucks or tennis shoes, but you wear, like, even other comics. I'm like, I'm only 5'2".
Well, plus, if they're at a show, they're looking up at you on stage.
Yeah. People say that after the show. I'll get down there and be like, man. you look
Hey,
so much
wait a
taller."
second. You're not as tall as you were on stage.
No, I'm not on a 6-foot stage.
I had a 6-foot stilt on up there. Yeah, well, listen, caveat emptor, Stephanie. Alan, what happened to the days where I could just shave a chick's initials into my pubes for love?
They're still there.
They are still there. You can certainly do that.
What is that show for love? It grows back, and you can shave it off.
But you
Yeah.
shaved it. It's the thought that counts.
And if you're gonna do it, use a Big Flex 5.
Yeah, do that. Hey, listen.
Looking at those checks, right?
I don't know. I don't think we've done them in a while. Alan, you look just like 2013 Kirk Douglas. Thank you. That's what I was going
See?
for. What are you saying? That guy.
I get more than anything. I don't really get a whole lot of "oh, you look like," but the Amy Poehler voice I get constantly. People listen to the show, or they'll I'll post a stand-up video or something, and then people who follow me on Instagram, and they'll be like, "Oh my god, you sound just like Amy Poehler."
I get Diana Ross's son a lot.
You sound like him or look like him?
A lot?
I
Who
look
the hell
like
is
him.
Diana Ross's son?
He's married to Ashley Simpson. I don't
okay.
know. People who know who he is.
Wow.
He acted in a couple shows.
That's a
and
deep dive.
People say that. They're like, I think his like something. I forget his name, but yeah, they say I look like him a lot. Or like a young T.I. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Alan looks like one of the stars of American Pickers. Bill looks like he sings for Counting Crows. Mary looks like Beavis.
Beavis? I don't look like Beavis.
It's better than Butthead.
I don't look like either of them.
Breaking the law.
Oh, boy.
Can you just say fire real quick?
No.
Can you pull your shirt over your head and say, I need pee-pee for my bunghole?
Do you need TP for your bunghole?
Oh, nice. I do not look like Beavis. Look at his nose. I'll give you the chin, all right? I know that my dad used to call me Jay Leno when I was a kid.
Oh.
I'll give you the chin, but I don't look like Beavis.
Hey, Dad, stop calling me that way.
I am Cornholio. I need TV for my bunghole.
Bunghole.
Just great comedy.
I'll tell you what.
Eyebrow stuff.
It is funny, though, how quaint Beavis and Butthead is now. And
Yeah.
25 years ago, they were like, they're coming to ruin your children's lives. And there are kids setting fire to curtains. And then it was South Park and, whatever. There's always something that's going to wreck your children. And that's a good thing.
And now it's Dr. Oz.
Hey, Jason, hello.
What's going on, Alan?
How are you?
Good. Hey, I got some pretty good prognostications on how you and the crew actually look. But I think that the Kurt Russell was actually pretty close for you.
Okay.
But which he's a good-looking guy, so kudos to you.
Okay.
But you got to add in the Kurt Cobain. It's a cross between Kurt Russell and Kurt Cobain. Bring those images up side by side. You're like right in the middle of that. Probably a little.
You're looking at an old picture of Alan. I'm guessing.
Or an old picture. I mean, they're all old pictures of Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
You're right.
I could see that. If I've Kurt Cobain and Kurt Russell.
Now, I hope you don't
When
mean
you
Kurt
had your
Cobain
hair.
now, Jason.
Yes.
Well, the Kurt Cobain now, he's a little thinner.
Yeah, right. Well, I could aspire to that. Tell you what,
You got a wedding coming up next January.
dropping smell bees. I'm getting closer to where I want to be. Okay, thank you, Jason.
You got it.
All right, Alan, Poundcake looks like if T.I. was stung by 1,000 bees.
1,000.
I don't even know what that means. I just think it's a funny sentence.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
This
Tia.
is why I don't care what people think we look like, because it's always going to ruin your day.
It didn't ruin my day.
I didn't get into this business because I wanted people looking at me. I wanted to sit in a room and make my jokes into a microphone.
Tell your little ha-has.
I wanted the room dark. I wanted to be illuminated only by the glow of the board and my monitors, and I didn't care if people were looking at me.
Do we do the next segment dark?
Don't need it.
Turn off all the lights. Hood up. I'll do
You
it
don't
dark.
want people telling you that you look like Quagmire's sister.
Quagmire! What is happening with you people?
Giggity! Giggity!
I don't even have an Hawaiian shirt. Quagmire.
Giggity, giggity. Which reminds me, the Bill Squire Friday Get Down is about an hour away.
Quagmire.
Are you not Googling that? are
I
you?
am.
I mean, these aren't things we need to know. We don't need to know that Mary looks like an escort in Rocky River. I don't know if they mean the car or a girl, but what does that mean? It's awful.
Quagmire has dark hair.
Yeah.
Big nose.
Have you ever said giggity?
No.
All right.
What about Giggity Goo?
No.
All right.
Hot people only, guys. Don't you know the rules of
Hot
this game?
people. Hey, this person might think that Quagmire's super foxy.
No, they do not.
All right.
Alan.
All
he
right.
gets laid all the time.
Yeah.
Because he's a creep.
Giggity.
It's
He
consensual.
does that head thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that
Poundcake
thing
looks
all the
like
time.
Poundcake looks like a Harry Carlton.
Okay.
That one's good.
Yeah.
Well, in that sweater he does.
Harry Carlton. No, because I watch America's Funniest Home Videos all the time, and I don't look like him. But okay, that's your opinion. You're entitled
See?
to your wrong opinion.
Well-
Better than Quagmire and Beavis. At least your dude's attractive and real.
I like what I was going to say. The only people they're coming up with are animated characters. It's because no one in real life, Mary, can match your beauty. And so they've got people who say, well, listen, all I can think of are animated characters that have been drawn. I can't even conjure anyone in real life.
Yeah. That works. I like that.
Mary looks like a young Randy Newman. These are not getting better.
Randy Newman.
These are not getting better.
The Toy Story guy?
You got a friend in me.
Yeah, that's no good.
No
Quagmire
way.
has an actual sister on the show. That's probably who they meant. Okay. I haven't watched Family Guy in many, many years.
Does he really? I've never seen that.
Poundcake looks like the sea hag from Popeye. Again, I can't conjure that image immediately in my mind.
Replace the H with an F.
Okay, that's a little bit more accurate.
About me?
Yes. No, the Quagmire's sister. She's got squinty little eyes.
I mean, at the very least, you could conjure, if we're talking about, conjured up people, why can't she look like Connie Cunflump, Bill?
They actually do look quite similar.
Twaswaddle Cunflump.
Except she's got both her eyes.
That's right.
Who, Connie?
No, you.
Oh.
You know you have both your eyes, right?
Yeah, I didn't know what
Yeah.
you were trying to say. It was Cyclops.
Yeah. No, Connie lost an eye.
She
Doing what?
did. Mm-hmm. Man, I didn't flip over that baseball card.
Connie
Who knew
lost
that info?
an
Okay,
eye.
well, there you go. And I don't even want to know what a Harry Carlton is in Urban Dictionary, all right? So I'm not going to investigate that
And also,
all.
How do you know that Carlton is not Harry? Like, you never see him underneath his sweater vest.
Right.
They're saying you're
There's some
hairier.
episodes where he's not, where he was shirtless.
I don't remember that.
Alan,
but
I picture Mary looking like Jennifer Aniston.
I have gotten that.
She's lovely.
I got that more as a little kid.
Mary looks like my second wife, and I've only been married once. Hi.
Hey.
There you go. All right,
Is that a proposal? Love is blind.
What happened here? All right, I've got to take a break. I'll have another $1,000 for you at 5:30. If you want to text me, 35192, or get to us at alancoxshow.com.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.